Some people swim their whole lives without any problems, but just one time stepping out of the pool feeling dizzy, and all the joy of being in the water disappears instantly. If you're watching this video, there's a good chance you've felt that before. You finish swimming, your body is still wet, your heart is still beating, but your head starts spinning, your vision darkens, you reach for the railing, or you have to sit down quickly. Many people quietly tell themselves, I guess this is just because I'm getting older. But the truth is, age is only a small part of the story. What matters much more is something we rarely pay attention to: how we breathe while swimming. Today, I'm not going to talk about complicated swimming techniques. I'm not here to teach you how to swim faster or look better in the water. We're only going to talk about breathing, something that seems simple, yet often determines whether you step out of the pool feeling strong or feeling lightheaded. Before we go on, leave a comment below. Have you ever felt dizzy right after getting out of the pool? I'd really love to read your story. When we're young, we don't think much about breathing. Breathing is automatic. The body knows what to do. But once we pass the age of 60, there's a gentle truth that no one really says out loud. The body still works, but it doesn't react as quickly as it used to. That's not weakness. That's nature. Swimming is one of the best forms of exercise for older adults. It's gentle on the joints, good for the heart, the lungs, and the mind. Many doctors in the US still recommend regular swimming for people over 60. But in that same water, if we don't breathe properly, the body can pay the price the moment we step back onto dry land. Picture it this way. When you're swimming, your body is horizontal. The water supports your weight. Your heart and lungs are working under very different conditions than when you're standing on solid ground. Blood circulates differently. The brain adapts to that state. Then suddenly, you finish swimming and stand straight up. Gravity pulls everything downward. Blood hasn't had time to reach the brain, while your breathing rhythm is still unsettled. The result is that familiar dizzy feeling. But here's the key point. The problem isn't standing up. The problem begins earlier, in every breath you take while you're still in the water. Many people over 60 swim the way they've always swum, based on habits formed decades ago. Some were strong swimmers. Others swim just for movement and health. But there's one surprising thing they often have in common. Many people hold their breath while swimming, without even realizing it. They take a deep breath, hold it, then turn their head or lift it up and forcefully breathe out. When we're younger, with strong lungs and elastic blood vessels, the body can tolerate that pattern. But at this age, repeatedly holding your breath, even for a few seconds, causes oxygen levels in the blood to fluctuate sharply. The brain doesn't like that instability, and it responds immediately when you get out of the pool. Another very common mistake is fast, shallow breathing. When fatigue sets in, many people unconsciously breathe faster and shorter. The breath stays in the chest instead of going down into the belly. This delivers far less oxygen than you might think. The heart has to beat faster to compensate. And when you stop swimming, before the heart and lungs have time to slow down, you stand up. At that moment, the body is like a car that's been driving on the highway and suddenly slams on the brakes. Studies in aging physiology show that after age 60, the body's ability to regulate blood pressure when changing positions becomes noticeably slower. This is known as the postural reflex. It's not dangerous by itself, but it's very sensitive to low oxygen levels. That means if your breathing is uneven while swimming, this reflex is more likely to misfire. And then there's another habit that sounds very familiar. As soon as you finish swimming, you want to get out right away. Many people think, I'm tired, I'll get out and rest. But the body actually needs a transition period. Slowing down in the water isn't just rest for your muscles, it gives your heart and lungs time to adjust breathing and blood circulation. Proper breathing while swimming isn't an advanced technique. It's really about returning to natural breathing, but with awareness. While you're in the water, focus on never holding your breath. Breathe in moderately, then breathe out slowly and steadily. Your breath should feel like a continuous flow, without interruption. Many respiratory specialists in the US emphasize that for older adults, slow, long exhalations are even more important than deep inhalations. When you fully exhale, the lungs naturally draw in fresh air more efficiently. The brain receives steadier signals, and the heart becomes less reactive and less startled. Before getting out of the pool, give yourself about 30 seconds to a minute of very slow swimming. Not as extra exercise, but as a message to your body, we're about to stop. During that short time, bring your attention to your breathing. Slower, deeper, more even. When your feet touch the pool floor, don't rush to stand up straight. Let your body readjust to gravity. Sit down or stand while leaning on something. Inhale deeply through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Just a few calm breaths like that can be enough to stabilize blood flow to the brain. Some people ask, I've been swimming my whole life. Is it too late to pay attention to this now? It's never too late to breathe properly. Breathing doesn't require strength. It requires attention. And attention is something we often gain more of as we get older. The most valuable thing about swimming after 60 isn't performance. It's the feeling of safety and comfort when you get out of the water. When you leave the pool clear-headed, with a steady heartbeat, you'll want to come back next time. But just one severe dizzy episode can make you afraid of the water for weeks. If you often feel prolonged dizziness, nausea, or unusual heart palpitations after swimming, don't push through it. That's your body asking to be heard. Rest. And if it keeps happening, talk to your doctor. At this stage of life, being careful isn't weakness. It's wisdom. Swimming should bring freedom, not anxiety. And breathing is the key that helps you keep that freedom longer, safer, and more fully. After 60, every time you enter the water is a choice for your health. But every time you step out, how your body feels is what matters most. If you leave the pool feeling light, clear, and at peace, that means you swam the right way. Not the technically perfect way, but the way that's right for you. Remember, we swim to feel better, not to feel exhausted. And sometimes, what helps you feel stronger isn't swimming one more lap, but slowing your breath at exactly the right moment. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe to Vital Health Hub. We're here to help you live healthier, slower, and deeper, one day at a time, one breath at a time.